Hi everyone, this is Jim West with Carolina Varsity, and want to talk about the 1A, 2A Northern Carolina Conference. This is probably my least favorite of all the split conferences, in the fact that it only contains two 1A teams and seven 2A teams. And I just think it's a very bad disservice for the 1A teams to have to play in this basically a 2A conference. And the reason why is the 1A schools didn't, which were Granville Central and Lewisburg, they just simply didn't want to play with the Halifax schools, which would be like, be lucky to have 200 paid in attendance if you had to go play a game over there. So I understand that. So right now I'm looking at the nine teams, and number one I have is South Granville. And I think they're going to have a really good offensive scheme. I think they're going to be able to move the ball down the field on just about anybody. Their defense should be improved, and I just like their intangibles. It's a very solid coached team, and I think they got a lot to show for in the coming season. Number two is Bunn, and they lost a lot of players and also lost their head coach this past season. But they have a very good coach coming in, David Witherspoon. He's a personal friend of mine. He used to be the head coach at Bartlett Yancey, and I think he's one of the best coaches in his age bracket. He's just a very, very inquisitive guy. He relates well with the kids, and has a lot to show for him. I think he's going to do a really good job at Bunn. Number three is Roanoke Rapids, and they also lost a lot to graduation. They have some talent returning. Did they have enough to win this conference? I don't know. I don't think they're that far from South Granville or Bunn, but just maybe a little bit behind. Anyway, any of those top three teams could win the conference. And the next, I want to say the next two teams, right in number four, I had Northern Vance in fourth place. They did lose their head coach, but they were going from 3A to 2A. Corey Lee, he ended up going to Riverside over in Durham. I think their defense is going to be really good this coming season. However, I think, looking back, I probably will go with Warren County at 4. I think there's just a little bit more consistency there. My big question with Warren County is, will their defense be enough to surpass Northern Vance? And right now, I'm going to say the answer is yes. So I'm going to go with 4 with Warren County and 5th with Northern Vance. 6 through 9 is kind of a crapshoot, to be honest with you. If I had to roll the dice right now, I had number 6 Webb. I'm going to actually probably move Granville Central from 8th to 6th. I think they lost their head coach. Coach Hammett's gone to Northern Durham, and I think it's going to be a rude awakening in this conference for Granville Central, but I do think that they have probably a little bit more going for them than Webb or Southern Vance at this point. 7, I'm going to go with Webb. I think their defense will be better. They're just not going to be able to move the ball. I just don't, unless some really good talent comes in from the JVs or transfers in. I just think it's going to be hard for them to move the ball. 8, I'm going to go with Southern Vance. Southern Vance is a team that just kind of stuck in the doldrums. I don't see them doing much this coming season. Will they win a game? Yeah, I think they will. I think they'll beat Lewisburg, but that's not even a given. And 9, I'm going to go with Lewisburg. I think if any of the teams that should be really questioned whether they want to be in this conference would be Lewisburg. I probably had a choice between going to this conference or Halifax. Obviously, for money, I'd rather go into the Northern Conference, but from a competition standpoint, I think they fit much better in the conference with Halifax County schools. So, they had a really good season last year. The year before, I believe they went 1-10, but I think this is going to be a tough year for them. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on the 1A, 2A Northern Carolina Conference, and this again, Jim West with Carolina Varsity, and thank you so much for listening.